so weird. I wouldn't be surprised if I have to restart this. I hope that. Oh no, it shouldn't be uploading anything. I never went live. Yeah. Awesome sauce. 747 videos I have uploaded. Well, 747 of them were public anyways. Here's to 748. 748. It's Monday morning and my routine starts over, right? Kind of do the same routine over and over and over. Consistency, right? Laying it down, building muscles. So this is like day one, right? This is day one. We're starting my whole routine over. I usually start with shoulders, and that sounds like a great idea. Hit some shoulders today. I split my body up into 4 body parts, right? I gotta lift weights 4 days a week. Each body part gets hit once, really hard, right? That's the way I want to do it to build muscle. I got day one is going to be shoulders, and then we're going to have a back and biceps. We'll have a chest and triceps, and we'll have a leg day. Shoulders, I usually throw in some traps. I like to warm up for my exercises on the treadmill or the bicycle. Sometimes I do a bunch of abs. That's my warm up, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do some abs just to get the blood flowing. And then we'll start hitting those shoulders. I'm going to try to explain what I'm doing during these exercises, things to pay attention to. I'm not personal training you, okay, right? Let's just get that clear, right? There's liabilities to personal training people, even if you pay me. So I'm not personal training you, and I'm not giving you advice. I'm not telling you how to work out. I'm just working out myself. I'm talking through it. I'll try to do this all week and be informative on the exercises I'm doing. Right? Hello, Aaron Salas. Always great to start off with an easy softball question, right? Not even a question, just an emoji. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Appreciate it, breaking the ice. Right. Start moving around a little bit. Jacob, don't retract that message quite yet. Let me read it. Hey, best buddy, start panting like a dog. Okay, now you can retract it. There you go. I got you, Jacob. I'm on to you now. Yeah. We can do this. We're gonna be warmed up in no time. Oh, did you hear my hip hop? Yeah, that was a good one. See if I can get the other one to pop. Maybe it'll go this way. No. Only one pop. Easy sit-ups, right? Start warming up. Get pumped up to go. Yeah, baby. Cool thing about this squat rack, has a nice little convenient bar for me to put my toes under. It's fantastic. Let's start this workout, yeah? Give me some credit. I don't think I started recording yesterday. It was on the house. Yeah. I forgot. I don't think I mentioned the other day. I bought some new equipment. It's coming soon. I bought the headgear, the head harness with the weights to work neck. All right. Start beefing this neck up. Yeah. Start taking things serious around here, bro. I was thinking about getting my diet going again. Lots of food. Build muscle. And gain quality weight. Hello, Marilyn. JR, is that you or do my eyes deceive me? Use some weight. Okay, I'll do that on the next set of sit-ups if I can remember. Gluten-free, help me. What's gluten in? Mostly breads? Oh, ow. Do you think you were allergic to gluten? Or it just helped when you eliminated it? I'm lucky to be no allergies. I can eat whatever I want. No, I just hate Candy Fendi. I know. I look old and I look like a killer, but I'm not. I'm not old. I'm not a killer. I just play one on YouTube. So yeah, earlier I was doing my sit-ups with my hands here. If you move the weight of your arms up higher, it makes the sit-ups harder. Or, right, you can't add weight. I used to do this quite a bit at the gym. especially on the incline sit up. Put it at like a 45-degree angle, hold the 25, start banging them out. Yeah, I gotcha. You know what I usually like to do here at the house? I like to hold two of them just up in the air. Oh, my abs. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. You can see I'm getting warmed up. Starting to turn a little red. We're getting the blood flowing. Abs are getting bricked. Breads, pastas, all the good tasting stuff. May have been, never got tested. Above, yeah, I'll do a different variation. A little Sonal's nature. I'll do a different variation. Let me do another set of the knee raises, right? Sonal is one of the nice people. Has a really nice, helpful channel. Very similar to Daisy Mays. Both of them are so nice, right? And when I sit there and watch them, they say, hey, go check out Arizona Jake. And it makes me think, oh man, I need to really behave. Try to be a little nicer and more helpful. Try to explain what I'm doing. I'm going to get to that and make an attempt on my upcoming exercises. We're just warming up right now. I like using abs to warm up. I'm using these straps. I do a lot of weightlifting. I'm holding weights. I'm doing pull-ups. And sometimes my forearms get really fatigued. And maybe my shoulder starts to hurt. And I'll stop doing abs because my shoulder and my hands hurt. But my abs can keep going. So I get these things, right? Takes the hands out of the equation, and it takes a lot of the shoulder out too. So I can, get a little bit better workout. Hey, thanks, son. Still be mean to you? Here, let me be mean to you, Marilyn. Hold on, Marilyn. Right? I reset my channel all the time and get rid of all my moderators. But then I usually give them back, only to take them away again, right? Especially to content creators here, I usually don't like to moderate my channel very much, right? Some of the people I may go back fairly far with, like Marilyn Manson. I like Marilyn Manson, and she may say some stuff to me, and that's okay, right? She can even call me names, and I'm just good with that. And maybe some people don't know that, so try to be really hesitant on moderating and deleting comments and timing people out. I just kind of get annoyed by excessive spamming, but right? It's all good. So here we are. Let me do one more of this, and we're almost warmed up. I'm gonna try. See, these are really cool too, because right now I can just twist and hit the sides. Like, oh man, these things make it awesome. Right? If we're really strong, we could extend our legs to make it harder. You could even put ankle weights on. Makes it difficult. Frenchie, I was wondering about you. I saw you because I lurk a lot. I always stop by Daisy May's channel and give her a like. I hardly ever say anything anymore. Well, I see you in there. And I was wondering, did I give Frenchie their moderator rest back? Because right, every now and then I just lose it. And do unpredictable things like delete everybody. Let's do our last set of warm-ups, because we're just warming up here. I'm not even really working my abs super hard, right? That's not what the point of this workout is. Sometime later on this week, I'll slip in an ab day, or I'll destroy them. Today, we're just getting the juices flowing, yeah? We'll do a couple behind our head. We don't want to pull. That's why they say not to do hands behind your head. It's because some people are weak, and instead of using their core to lift them up, you know, they'll pull on their head like, and it's not good. But hands behind the head make it harder. Just don't, you know, wrench your head. Or your neck, you know what I mean? The head bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the backbone. Now hear the word of the Lord. Again, I want to get to shoulders. I'm getting warmed up. That's for sure. Yeah, JRH, I'm sorry. I missed so much. I apologize. I assume you're gone. My shoulder's been surgically repaired. I bashed somebody's front door open, a locked door, and it kind of ripped the soft tissue in my shoulder. So I didn't get it fixed for a while, so when you get an injury and you don't get it fixed right away, it's usually not good. What happened to me is called a slap tear, S-L-A-P. It damages both sides of the shoulder. And while the surgeon was in there, he did take the liberty to do some work on my rotator cuff. I thought my rotator cuff was just fine, but I don't know. I was unconscious. I just have to read the report, the surgeon's notes. Yeah, all my moderators should know if I ever take away your wrench, it only reflects poorly on me. It just means I'm crazy. My abs, bro, that's enough. 3 sets of sit-ups, 3 sets of leg lifts. Look. That's sweat. I think we're warmed up. Let's go. Come on. Let's get rid of this. All right, now dig on this. I'm gonna start with upright rows because I haven't done upright rows in a couple shoulder days, I think. Today's Monday. Sunday I walked on the treadmill. Saturday I did curls till failure. That was only 48 hours ago. I took these bad boys to failure. That means they're not really fully recovered yet, and I'm gonna use them a lot for upright rows. This is a great shoulder workout, and you're also getting your traps worked as you come up. But you're also getting some biceps worked in there. The primary muscle we're doing with upright rows is shoulders. Secondary is traps and biceps. So we just want to keep that in mind. Well, let's get this bike out of the way. It's cramping my style. I need more room. So here we go. I usually recommend 3 to 5 sets per exercise. Some of the first couple sets are warm-up sets, right? We want to do them nice and light. But once we're warmed up and we're feeling good, we want to get 3 really nice sets. We want to get the weight heavy enough that we're struggling to do 10. If we're able to do 12 or 15, probably should bump up the weight a little bit, yeah? Let's start with some light weight. This is just a bar, it's 45 pounds. We're gonna take a neutral stance, right? Your feet are about shoulder width apart, and rather than having your knees locked out like this, we're always standing there with a slight bend to protect our knees. When your knees are locked out, you run the risk of passing out, right? So we keep a nice comfortable bend in our knees, shoulder width apart. We exhale on the hard part, which is lifting the weight. Never hold your breath, right? The width you take on the bar, it's probably all about preference, right? People complain about their shoulders hurting quite often when they do this exercise with me. You know, narrow or wide, whatever is your choice. I usually try to take this grip, feels comfortable for me. We'll try, we'll mess around with some of these wider grip ones. Let's get warmed up, right? Exhale. Not too bad. I can hear some crunching going on in there, you know? We just work through it. Rebellion. Wow, you know people. Some people have pull. I can throw out somebody's channel and share it, and it's gonna go nowhere. Let's add some weight. This is a warm-up set. We'll put a 10 on each side. Make sure that I'll do this just to make sure my shoulders are feeling good, and then I think we're about ready to start adding some really good volume. still pretty light. Let's say you didn't have a barbell, right? You could do the same thing with dumbbells. You can use a backpack. I got this really nice backpack over here. Right? You can fill this backpack with whatever, right? This is a JanSport backpack. This is vintage backpack. Hardcore heavy duty backpack. Right. Upright rows, huh? Nice. And if you don't have a lot of weight, you can just keep the rest in between sets to a minimum. All of a sudden that weight becomes heavy. Hey Matt, Noah. I'm always doing good when I'm working out. Working out has always made me feel good. Started working out when I was 13, started really getting into it in high school. And it was basically a sport for me, right? People are playing baseball, football, basketball. I'm playing weightlifting, man. It was fun. The school, the teams, they always come into the weight room to work out, right? And I was always, you know, I should have been teaching those guys how to work out. The high school teams. I should have been the strength coach, right? Taught by a student. Let me add some more weight to this, yeah? Hey, the YouTube app was really wanting me to collab with somebody. I almost did it when I fired up this live stream. I thought I was live, but then I looked at it and it was saying share the link, copy and paste. I was like, dude, I didn't set that up. Almost went with it. But I was like, no. Let me stick to my plan. I'm gonna call this set number 1, right? We're warmed up and I think I'm dialed in here with 85 pounds for upright rows. Hey, thanks for bellying, Nat. At least I had, you know, one thing going for me, right? I got one thing going for me. I got looks, right? I just got to figure out how to pay the bills with these looks. It's not for everybody, right? You should see how handsome Matt is. He has this mustache that I'm totally envious of. Yeah, I try to tell people it's very similar, right? The body has receptors to receive the feel-good chemicals that you're putting out. They're very similar to, you know, people chase drugs to try to be happy. It gives them a nice feeling. That's what exercising does. A nice pump. It's very similar to the runner's high. But you really got to know what you're doing, you know? Enjoy it. Get the most out of it. Let's call this set number 1. I want to get 3 sets. Exhale when we raise the weight. I wanted to get all of that, so I took it to 15, right? Maybe the weight isn't dialed in right, but I need to make it count. Let's add a little more weight, right? My form wasn't the best. I could slow down, but maybe I'm just in the mood to get it today, right? Sometimes you just have to go with what your body says. You want to get it, old man? You want to? You want to fucking get it? Oh, let's just do a 10-pound jump. We'll put 5 on each side. Take those. Oh no, I got those in there. This one's on the house. It's only 50 pounds. Well, I was really digging it. Let's do one more. What weight? Toning? That's a good question. These heavyweights will tone them. So will lighter ones. Higher reps, right? You know, you can use lighter weights to tone up, right? You should be feeling a pump. Are you getting a pump? You could get a pump with light weights, right? Like bench press and push-ups are very similar. I could get a huge, massive pump by doing heavy, low rep bench. And I can also get a huge pump by doing high rep, easy push-ups, right? In personal training, they teach a perceived exertion, right? An experienced personal trainer should be able to quickly assess your fitness level, your medical history, and put you through a light, easy workout to see how you respond. Paying attention to your respiration, your breathing, your sweating, your heart rate, how easy you could talk with me, right? And then I watch you work out. And I'll tell you, a little more, a little less. Let's add this up, come on. Yeah, I needed to get the weight out of here, and I wanted to do one more set, right? This backpack works great for workouts. Sandbags work great for workouts. We'll put the 25-pound dumbbells on the barbell for upright rows. I always recommend people start working out with really light weights, maybe higher reps, so we can get the hang of the exercise, practice the form, practice the breathing, right? Just try to get them to learn the exercise first, how to do it safe, how to have fun and enjoy it. And then once we know what we're doing, then we can kind of like specialize and go off in our own directions, do what we want to do, get the results we want. It really is, you know, and that's why I don't want to train anybody and offer any advice. My wife watches reality TV. There was recently a lady, very wealthy, lots of money. She hired a personal trainer, and she says the personal trainer overworked her, put too much weight on the leg sled, and her knee popped. And now she has to have surgery. And she's like a 60, 70-year-old lady or something like that. Oh, bro. Like, I can't be liable, you know, I really can't just dispense advice. And a lot of it is, I see what you're doing, you know, I'm reading you. They talk with you and find out your goals. Here we go. Set number 2 of upright rows, yeah? I can live with 12. See, right? My goal is to get bigger muscles. I'm really not even chasing strength. I just want bigger muscles. I'm trying to reach hypertrophy, targeting heavy sets of 10. We know. I already told you. No. How about no? Do you know how many blows to the head I've already suffered? Documented, okay? Last thing I need is you beating me up, tough guy. A hedge fund manager. That would be cool, right? I have a couple really nice suits. I don't mind getting dressed up. It's not me. I don't feel comfortable dressed up in a suit and tie. But, you know, I'll play dress up now and then. Fake fight. It isn't almost all fighting fake. It's scripted. I remember how upset I was when I learned that wrestling was fake. You know, WWF, Superstars, Worldwide Wrestling Federation, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. I remember when I thought that stuff was real. Let's add 5 more pounds to each side, man. So I got 30 pounds on each side now. So 60, well, that takes it to 105. That's like half my body weight. That's more than half my body weight. I weighed 201 and a half today. Ever since I quit drinking alcohol, my weight has been like steady rock. I don't have much fluctuations anymore. And I grew up watching Mike Tyson. Remember, there's that one guy that goes down and he doesn't even get hit in the first round. Mike takes a swing and they show it from one angle. And it's like he could have hit him, and then they show it from another angle and his fist is literally like nowhere near it and the guy just goes down. Ah! Collect my payday. Let's get our last set of upright rows. We got 105. Maybe next time I do upright rows, I'll use a little lighter weight and use stricter form. Today, you know, some days, I want to be a macho man, you know. Maybe I shouldn't have added weight. Yeah, I probably didn't need to add that weight. The form was not good. I still got a good workout on it. What did I get? 8? There's nothing wrong with 8. It was pretty much all out. The sweat is intensifying. The fire rises. Let's set up military press, man. Let's set it up. And I want to do it with a barbell today. I want to do it with the barbell. This again can be, you know, with limited weights, right? A sandbag, if you have a sandbag at the house. All right. So again, the primary muscle group is shoulders. Justin Hill. Hey, thanks for carrying on the conversation. It is really cool when I'm doing my own thing and I can see the chat is doing their own thing. It's like, yeah, go. It's become a life of its own. Thank you. So when I do my military press, yeah, I used to be a personal trainer and I took classes at Glendale Community College. I'm from Arizona. Glendale Community College, there's about 7 different classes that prepared you for your personal training certification. And they always preached protecting your joints. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. When it comes to these military press, whether you're doing them with a barbell or a dumbbell, to protect your shoulders, yeah? To make these bad boys last forever. You don't want to go past a 90-degree angle right here with your elbows. I know a lot of people are gonna call these half reps and make fun of you, but this is the smart way to do it. You're still gonna build massive muscles and strength. And when the one day comes when you actually have to go down like this for some unknown reason in your life, you'll be able to do it. You'll have a massive amount of strength. Just because you're doing these little half reps is what people want to call them. But we're protecting our shoulders and we're protecting our elbows. This is a lifestyle, right? I'm not trying to get in here and show off as a teenager in high school. I want to do this the rest of my life. Into my 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, bro, right? You use these bars to line up your grip, right? Roll the thumb under. Don't be benching like this. It's easy for you to drop the bar, for it to slip. Safety first. I know those big, huge steroided bodybuilders love to do it like this. They just love it. But trust me, you need to do it like this. All right? We're going to exhale on the hard part, which is pressing up. We inhale when we lower the bar, right? We could go all the way down here. I used to, but honestly, it's unnecessary. You're going to get all the growth in the world just coming down here, and your shoulders and your elbows are going to more likely last a lifetime. All right? I usually just tap the bar to my chin is what I do. And I have to be careful, right? I don't want to knock any teeth out. When you don't do this, you're going to be all wobbly and all over the place. But right, I've been doing this for like 37 years. Got some pretty good balance here, right? So I take it down to my chin. It looks a little past, but that's just because of the camera angle. All right. We're just warming up. Right? There we go. Let's put a 25 on there on each side, right? Because I've done this so many times. I know that's a pretty good place for me to jump in and get a decent set. Let's see how many I can get. I'm just going to do a max set with 95. Maybe it'll be 10, 15. We'll see, right? And if I go to a max, right, you know I got the most of this. So we're just going to come out of the gate hot, right? 3 of these bad boys. 3 of them that count, man. You can't even do these seated, right? You can do them standing. You can do them seated. You can do barbells. You can do dumbbells. You can do sandbags. You can do kettlebells. What do you got? You can do a gallon of milk, gallon of water. You'll get tone. Check this one out, overhand clap. Maybe we'll finish with overhand clap today. That's a shoulder exercise. We'll see how that starts to feel at 50 and 60 and 70 and 80 and 90. Yeah, baby. I'm always putting my, always use these too. Safety first. The last thing you want to do is dump the weight on me next to you at the gym. I have a real bad habit of getting mad at people that don't know what they're doing. I'm trying to get better at it though. Iron Man. Hey, there's another guy around here that thinks he is Iron Man. I'm just Jake. Thanks, Ragnar. Free advice. It is free advice. I'm trying to be nice, right? Give back. It took me a lot of time to learn all this stuff, right? There's no way I can even tell you everything in this one workout. I'm going to talk my little, my keister off this whole week trying to explain what I'm doing. And still, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Here we go. Let's see how many Jake can get. 95 pounds. I weighed in at 201 today. So this is like half of my weight. Almost half of my weight. Right? I kind of like to take a wide grip on this one myself. In a little bit. A nice wide shoulder grip. This is very, strict and controlled movement. I have a bad shoulder, but in this simple controlled movement, I can get away with working my shoulders pretty well. So, everybody's built different. Everybody has their own limitations. So maybe this isn't the best for you. Maybe dumbbells would help. Definitely too light. That was the easiest 10. Well, let's make this one count. Ow. We're feeling a big burn on that one, right? Even though that was a set of 20, I'm still getting some benefits of that. Come on. Tell me I'm not getting bigger muscles. Let's add some weight. If you're in really good shape, you can try to limit the rest in between sets to 1 minute. That's pretty ferocious. It's going to almost turn it into a cardio event on top of strength. You're going to sweat a lot. I'm a little bit older. That's a tough pace to keep with, but I got a personal training book around here from high school that says that's the way to get hypertrophy. 3 to 5 sets, 1 minute of rest in between sets. Keep it moving. People who train for strength are gonna take like 5-10 minutes in between sets to fully recover. And they're gonna pump out heavy weight, low reps, maybe like 4 to 6 reps, because they're trying to, compete in strength training or something. Let's put a 10 on each side, yeah? So that's equivalent to a 35 on each side. That's 70 plus 45. What's that, like 115 or something? Yeah, 115. Yeah, the cool thing about weightlifting, it's math too. It's math too. Frank, she's after my wife. I don't know. I thought Marilyn Manson was a girl, but I don't know. The other day I was in another stream, somebody else's stream, Champ Patton's stream, and Marilyn Manson said she was gonna steal my wife. I was like, wait a minute. Are you a guy or are you a girl that likes girls? I mean, hey, things are starting to get interesting around here. Drake Tapper. I don't see the resemblance myself, but I get it often, Matt, Air Force. Air Force, that's my man, Air Force. You ever fly around in the Air Force One? In my Air Force One. Oh, Frank, I assumed you were speaking to Marilyn. If you were asking me, I'm married, I have a wife. She's busy primping right now, getting ready to go out and spend our money. I'm a woman, I promise. Well, you say you're going to steal my wife. Let's go with set number 2 for military press. I want to go all out on this one, yeah? Let's make it count. I'm already wiping sweat away. This is a good one. Let's make sure I don't want it to be, This is like a rap. Anyways, quit stalling. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow, Captain. So here's a story I want to share with you. I want to share this story with you.
Before you start that story.
Okay.
I would hate to interrupt you in the middle of your story.
I'll probably forget my story. Oh, don't you look nice.
Do you want those premium meals
What premium meals?
from Sprouts?
Oh,
Or sandwich or wrap or anything? Like one
Their
thing?
chicken pasta Alfredo with the creamy sauce was okay. Their meatloaf sucks because it's mixed with pork and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
maybe.
they have the chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, so kind of. I'll try one of those. It'd be a nice little snack.
What about a salad?
Sure.
If it looks
If it's
fresh.
not too expensive.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Be careful.
Cool.
So I'm gonna start mixing in some traps, right? I mean, the traps are getting worked earlier with those upright rows. You see them lengthen, right? There they are. They'll ball up, right? We're working them when we did those upright rows, but I'm gonna target them exclusively in between sets of shoulders. I always like to get my shoulders mixed in, or my traps mixed in with my shoulders. The story I was gonna share, all right? Somebody asked earlier how I had rotator cuff injury. Yeah, I smashed my shoulder. There's, entry from the scope, one there, and where's the other one? I'm so red. Yeah, there's the other one. It's hard to see. There's another one in the back. So I normally don't do traps. Okay, they do get worked secondary, but you really should target them, because I would figure that my traps are nice and strong. But when I came in here and decided to start doing traps on a regular basis, I noticed that, my injured shoulder was definitely weaker, particularly in the trap area, right? When I started doing these, it just almost felt like some of the screws they used to repair my shoulder were coming undone or something. It just felt like, it was a weak shoulder. It could fall apart at any minute, but I just kept doing them, right? They got sore. I'd wake up, the traps are sore. And they got stronger, and I just kept doing them, bro. And now, when I come in here and I work my traps, this one doesn't feel weak and fragile anymore. Like it's vulnerable, like it has a pre-existing injury. It feels better, right? So this trap muscle has helped holding, everything together. Helps in posture. Never neglect anything, especially your legs. Never skip those leg days. See you, Marilyn. Thanks for stopping in for a little bit. Don't work too hard. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, this is as good as it could be, right? When will you get jacked? I'm trying. I'm getting fantastic results now that I quit drinking alcohol. I quit drinking for my New Year's resolution. So in 6 months, alcohol will kill your testosterone. It will lower it, especially if you abuse alcohol, drink too much, drink on the regular. I swear, I've been doing the same workouts on YouTube. I started live streaming like 2.5, 3 years ago, my workouts. And yeah, I did get good results. But as soon as I quit drinking alcohol, bam, bro, to another level. I got the sweat flowing now. So my wife just left. I'm gonna go double check the garage door real quick, right? This is just the way I roll. I'm really excited about these for protein drinks. I usually get a cheap protein powder, but I have a problem mixing it up. It just clumps and it's like, I don't like it. This stuff is so smooth and pre-blended, and it's lactose free for you soy boys out there. I am not lactose intolerant, but you know, this tastes good. I've tried their other flavors and I don't like any of them. The chocolate is the only way to go. 50 grams of protein is probably too much for anybody to metabolize in one sitting. These come in smaller portions, like 30 gram. But this is a better value. So I get these, and I'll usually just try to drink half of it in the morning time, and then the other half in the evening time. Spread this 50 grams out. Well, it's delicious. We use a chocolate creamer in our coffee in the morning, and I'm thinking this might be nice. I'm gonna try this one day. A couple splashes in my morning coffee. I usually don't use very much creamer anyways. I think this could be, you know, really awesome in my morning coffee. I mean, sure, it's not gonna be very much, but let's add some more weight, yeah? Let's take this to 135. Yeah! Let's go, bro. This is for our last set, so why not fool around, huh? It's one of those days. Hi, Yusuf. Hello. I'm sorry. I get to talking a lot, right? And I'm trying to, but let me try to stay to the point. I try to explain how I get a six-pack all the time. People ask me on the regular. Let's add 10 more pounds to each side and take this to 135 for our last set. I just want to get 3 really good sets of my shoulder exercises today. If I was younger, I used to do sets of 5 when I was really chasing bodybuilding. When I was going after it hardcore, that's all that mattered to me in the world was bodybuilding. I used to do 5 sets, sorry, not sets of 5. I used to do 5. Now I'm a little bit older and trying to, you know, I do more talking with people. Anytime you see me out here pumping iron, I'm doing good. I'm well enough to lift weights. This is what I do when I'm happy. This is what I do on holidays. This is what I do every day. How do I know? How does Sono knows me? He knows me through Daisy May's channel. Yeah. You know, believe it or not, I am a really nice person. And when I go on to other people, nice people's channels, I make nice comments. I'm not a jerk. When I work out, sometimes I cop an attitude. Sometimes, you know, it's just, it gets the testosterone flowing. It gets boisterous. It's fun to, you know, strut around. All right? I swear I'm a decent person, especially to nice people. If you're not a nice person, then yeah, I'm really not a nice person. I'm really not. But to nice people, I love nice people, and I wish more people were nice. I wish I was nicer. You know, I watch Daisy Mays. She's very similar to my wife. Daisy Mays plays Scrabble and different games and coloring. Very similar to what my wife enjoys doing. And she's very nice and helpful. When I was new at YouTube, you know, she's all about helping people out, and Sono's about helping people out too and growing their channels, right? Very nice people, a lot nicer and more helpful than I am. You know, and I sit and I watch Daisy, and it's inspiring, right? It's nice to be inspired by nice people, right? So here we go. This is my last set with 135. I weighed 201 this morning. So here we go, our last set, military press with the barbell. be nice to have a spotter. To help with the last couple reps. The last couple reps are like the most important. If you're trying to gain, just all out size and strength, it's great to have a spotter. If I had a spotter right now, they would be lifting from my elbows. They stand behind me and they don't touch the bar. They lift from my elbows, from behind like this. They stand behind me, lift underneath my elbows. If you're spotting somebody at the gym, that's how it works, whether they're doing barbell, military press, or dumbbell. Same thing, right? Even if they're doing kettlebells, if you want to spot them, you put your hand under here and we'll help them lift up. You spot differently for bench press. Let me get back to working in these traps in between sets. Look how my shoulder veins are starting to, I'm starting to get really cut and ripped. The veins are starting to pop out now. This is all uncharted territory for me. This needs to be heavier. I've always had muscles, but I've always been very soft. Never been ripped. This is a whole new game for me. I started drinking alcohol. Man, I don't even remember first time. I was drinking alcohol regularly in high school. Never really stopped until I was 50. I used to eat a lot of sugar too. I've eliminated all alcohol and I've really cut back on my sugar. I used to binge eat uncontrollable amounts of sugar and I'd get away with it because I work out. But now that I've tightened up my diet a little bit, I still got plenty of room to go. But just with tightening up it a little bit, we have made massive improvements. Let me go put this back in the fridge so it doesn't spoil, and I'll be right back. Hold on, let's knock out two birds with one stone. Let's down this and top it off while we're there. Yeah, I'll be back. I kind of like mods not to take anything away, right? I don't want to upset someone because I took away what they said, right? I just don't like spamming. Maybe you're talking about somebody else's channel. That's okay too. Oh, yeah. Let's try to stay, There's a lot of potassium in a banana. It helps with hydration. And I believe it also helps with blood pressure control, the potassium. I believe it's the potassium. I really kind of do want to do one more set since that wasn't that pretty. I mean, the Trenbolone or something. A lot of ladies like to take it too. They get great results. Fitness pageant contestants and things like that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I am all natty, right? That's why I'm so small. Let's go with our last, maybe this will be the last one. Maybe I'll do one more. Let's pick out another shoulder exercise, yeah? I do it all the time, Axel. Is it gonna get me in trouble? Legacy Summer, I hope you're talking about somebody else, not me. And what does it matter if they're all gay? Unless you just want to hang out, like you're gay and you want to hang out in the company of all gay guys. But what does it really matter? Let's do this, let's do these shrugs again. What does it really matter? Okay, thank you. And by the way, I take great pleasure that there's, separate side conversation in my chat. Thank you. It's like a, little badge of honor. I got people hanging out I hope to get to know, but they're having fun making friends in the chat. Yikes. Yikes. Got all kind of nice burn going on. The sweat is starting to drip. There goes one down. It's good stuff. Where's my towel? Good stuff. And I really do like to sweat. Because sometimes I eat a lot of fast food. You see the pictures I post. Fried chicken, French fries. It's a lot of salt. But then I get in here and I sweat. If I were to keep my shirt on, you would see salt stains. They build up. I'm sweating out all that salt, trying to help out my bad diet. Just imagine how awesome things could be if I could get, a diet on board with my work ethic. Because I just love to work. Park the bus. D1 time, thank you. That's all right. Sometimes I think, everybody has to learn to let it go, right? Don't get mad by it. I'm still in the process of just don't get mad by it. Enjoy it, right? Most of the time, I misunderstood the situation to begin with. It's all good. Everybody just try to be a little more peaceful. And I tell myself, I remember it is the haters. I think it's the haters that put me on the map. I remember having 100 people watching me for like over a half hour and I didn't have one single like. And it was just all like harassment comments, I got so mad. I think that's what they liked. Oh, I was so mad. I started screaming and yelling. Ah! These shrugs, you could do them with a barbell to speed things up. But what I find is when the bar is in front of me, it has a tendency to make me kind of like lean forward a little bit, or I feel that my form is better when instead of holding the weight like this, I can hold it over to the side. They do make bars that go around you and you can stand in the middle of them. I think that would be great for shrugs, but I don't have that. I just personally think it works better with the bar on my side than in front. I never really had a problem with it in the beginning, but since my shoulder's been repaired, shrugs do bother me up front. But again, on the side, one at a time, it's feeling a lot better for my injured shoulder. I just kind of, try to find things I can keep doing. I wish that, a lot of times I do just start talking, right? There have been times where I'm actually trying to put on a show and get my workout and crush it and tell jokes, and I don't have time to look at the chat, right? And sometimes I think a stream can get shut down if somebody runs script on it, just starts spamming, running code, running their bot script, and it just takes it down. I don't really know. I wish YouTube would be more transparent, right? Because I am money driven, right? And I want to max out my metrics. That's what I like to do. I want to top out this one, top out this one. I want to top out the amount of money I can make through affiliate links and commercials. So if they would just kindly outline all my infractions and tell me what would be best to maximize my commercial money, I mean, help me help you, YouTube. Do I have to put my shirt back on? Are there certain words that I can't say to get maximum ad revenue? Like, what's up? What's up, man? Help me help you. TikTok is kind of superior in the way that when you get in trouble with TikTok, they'll tell you what guideline you broke, like nudity, bullying, things like that, hate speech. And then they'll show you like a 1 minute clip of where it happened. Like I was live streaming for an hour, but then my stream just gets shut down. And then I get a notification, dude, you got in trouble for this violation. And here's a clip of what you did. And I could look at it and say, oh, okay, I get the point. I won't do that again. Hey, Monk. Monk was getting it earlier. Thanks, Monk. I'm feeling shredded. You're looking shredded too, man. Those workouts you're doing, fist of steel, fist of fury. So Rebellion Ant is Kimberly, I'm guessing. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, Monk has a pretty cool channel. He works a lot and does drywall and general like construction. I think he used to be a fighter. I don't know how high, amateur, semi-pro. Maybe he just trains to have fun, but he's very athletic, very fit. And he has these nunchuck skills and like bow staff skills. He could twirl nunchucks around and a stick. I'm telling you, man, I see somebody with some nunchucks flying around. No thanks, bro. It's not worth it. I'm not going to take a nunchuck to the head, dude. Whatever. Whatever you want to do, boss. I would be less intimidated of that stick, You could probably rap me a couple good times, though, when I charge in, It would be a good time. Nothing but a good time. What did we want to do? I wanted to do dumbbell flies, and I wanted to address dumbbell flies. I checked in on someone. You know, I check on people's. I'm a moderator. I go in and check at their channel. I see people that are in there and they have their own channel and they're just starting to work out. Maybe they don't know what they're doing quite yet. You know, it's the beginning of their journey. And I see people, this guy was doing his shoulder flies like this. Yeah. And somebody, you know, the comments were trying to, you know, tell him, hey, you know, angle the dumbbells down a little bit and lean forward a little bit. And it just changed everything for me. Man, it's a game changer. It's like, yeah, you are right. Here's the thing about these shoulder flies, right? It doesn't matter if you do your shoulder flies like this, or you do your shoulder flies like this, or like this. You're still going to be getting some good results. You're burning calories and you're building strength, right? As long as you're not hurting yourself, go at it, champ. But, yeah, I would recommend, right? We're going to take a stance about shoulder width apart. And again, we're not locking out our legs. We always have a nice slight bend in our knee to protect it, right? That's like our ready stance. Slight bend in the knee, it's not locked out. So we're standing here like this, right? And I do like to just lean forward just a little bit. And I like to keep the dumbbells down like this, right? Some people even try to tell you it's like a pitcher of water. This is the handle, you know, and as you raise the pitcher up, you want to pour some water at the top, right? That just adds like a little more tweak to it at the end. The finisher, the cherry on top. All right. And again, we're exhaling on the hard part, which is raising the weights up, right? We don't want to hold our breath. Holding our breath, we might pass out. Locking our legs, we might pass out. We keep it slightly bent and we keep breathing. Exhale on the hard part. And again, this is kind of one of those, you know, you stick your butt out a little bit, right? Yeah, don't mind my butt in the gym, bro. I got to do this to hit it right. And then if you really want to chase, all right, your shoulders have 3 heads on them. You got this big, fat, bulbous front head that gets worked in things like push-ups, military press, right? So you got this big front head, you got these side heads, and then you got this one back here that wants to come out. I think with the light, there it is. This one gets more work. See how it is? If I bend over a little bit more, now we're using more of that back shoulder to raise it up, raise my shoulder up. So we're focusing on the rear shoulder. If I lean forward a little bit like this, even more. Hit those rear shoulders, rear. So that way, from the side, I just look thicker, right? Instead of having just this little. Now we're going to try bringing in, you know, this other stuff in the back. So, right? Let's add some weight. Lacey, Kimberly. Yeah, I noticed. The cool thing, Sono's the ladies' man. He's got all the ladies hanging out in his chat, coming over and saying hi. Sono, the ladies' man. My channel is mostly dudes. You look at the analytics, it's like 85, 89% men. Men, 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 men. I'm just so manly. So you don't really need much weight for these. I'm gonna start with 15 pounds, and that's kind of a lot. You may not even want to start with 15 pounds. If you use proper form, this is a pretty difficult exercise. You're not gonna see very many people going heavy, and if they are going heavy, they're cheating really bad. Yeah, so we got 15s made up, right? You can do these one at a time. That's kind of nice. Instead of doing both of them at the same time and then stopping and resting, just do one and then go to the other and then go to the other and then go to the other and just keep moving. I think you know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm holding on to the squat rack over here to help stabilize everything, right? We got 3 points of contact right here. 1, 2, 3. Nice stable base to work from. Exhaling on the hard part. I don't even know how many that was, but it felt good, right? Sometimes we could just go until it feels good. Because sometimes, right? Sometimes we just need to feel good about ourselves, right? Going to the gym is great for that. I don't think I can remember a single time that I went to the gym and I walked out feeling worse. I regretted it. I can't. I've probably been to the gym a million times. Not one single time did I regret it. All right, let's count them this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12. 4, 6, 7. See how I started with the right and then went right into the left? When I got to the left, my heart and my lungs were already fatigued. So on the next set, if I'm gonna do the same thing, let's start with the other hand first. Let's start with the left one while it's fresh. And then we're gonna go right into this one. The shoulder will be fresh, but the heart and lungs will be fatigued already, right? So we just wanna switch it up all the time. Keep things even. If I always started with my right, my left would be, shorted. And I would be doing no justice. No justice. No justice. No peace. Hey, Pontus is here. I'm sorry. I missed you so much. Oh, I'm Big Boy Jake now. Okay, Pontus. The breathing technique. sucking wind like an old man. That's my technique. Yeah, don't eat, don't eat. Look at these shoulder veins, man. I don't know. I wish it was more, HD. I know. I have a history of eating bananas on camera. I don't care. I really don't. Is there anybody else that can make eating a banana so intoxicating? Pontus is weak in the knees right now. I don't want to wipe up too much of the sweat. I know you like how shiny it is, Pontus. Remember when Diddy first got in trouble and everybody would come around and be like, oil up. I'm already oily, slippery. See, we're starting with the left. Nice 12. We'll add some weight after this. Right, I know my breathing can be fairly intimidating, right? Especially if you're another man and you tune in and you see this juicy specimen breathing all hard. I know it can be rather provocative and it can upset people who are uncomfortable with their male sexuality. I know. So earlier I was talking about bending over a little bit to target these rear delts. That bump on the back. Here we go. Let's get a couple of those in. Sikorsky. That's a great name. Isn't that like the helicopter? Sikorsky helicopter. I love helicopters. Have you ever been in a helicopter? I've flown in a helicopter. They are a lot of fun. I love helicopters. I'm 50. No, I'm on TRT. I know, nobody believes me. This is what I do, right? I am a professional fitness. I'm a professional unemployed fitness person, right? I'm as professional as you could be without a sport, right? And I just don't take juice, right? Most bodybuilders are into that stuff. Let's hit the rear, right? I'm going to try to start getting better sleep. I need to get my sleep game up. You know, you get a lot of your gains when you're sleeping. Your body releases its natural human growth hormone when you're sleeping and you're resting. That's when your body's recovering. That's when it's repairing itself and getting bigger and stronger, right? Rest is like almost as important in the equation. You know, exercise, rest, diet. So let's lean forward a little bit, right? I don't want to round my back or anything like this. I want to try to keep it as straight as possible. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't want to be, no, brother. We're solid. That exercise is even harder than side raises. You're gonna have to use lightweight. A lot of times I just use these 10s. I just grab some 10s and do this. Right? And when you do it, again, your legs aren't locked out. You have a slight bend in them. And you know what? This is similar to squats. You're gonna break your hips. You gotta stick that butt out a little bit to balance yourself, right? You can't just bend over like this, bro. Mechanically speaking, you gotta do this to save your lower back. Make it strong, bro. All these freebies. All these freebies. Let's get a couple more of these bent over like that. Right? Don't mind me. Don't mind my butt out there. I'm just trying to get my workout, right? Right? Still got a nice sweat going. One of these days I'm gonna splurge on a tablet. One of these days. Right? Clown on the old guy with an ancient dinosaur laptop. Hey, Mr. Davis. At least it's an HP. It's not an Acer or something. Yeah. Sorry if you have an Acer. Nice to see you, Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis is, I said it before. I think I said like a month or two ago. It looks like he's trimming down. At that time, I hadn't been following him very long, and I still haven't been following him very long. But he is getting results. I asked him. It looked like he was getting, just doing burpees like almost every day. I was gonna say it again. The highlight. The other day I was watching you live, man. It looks like you've lost even some more weight since like a month ago when I first said something. Sticking to it. Right? There's the secret right there. That is the number one secret. Consistency. You're not going to get any results no matter what your goal is. You want to lose weight? It's going to be so hard or impossible if you're not consistent. You want to build muscle? It's going to be so hard and almost impossible if you don't stay consistent. You want to improve your bench press? You got to stay consistent. You want to improve your run time? You got to stay consistent. I'm going to add 5 pounds to the dumbbells. So now we're going to have 20-pound dumbbells. I'm going to do like 1 or 2 more right out to the side. I think I only did like 2. This is pretty much it for me today. I got to do a couple more shrugs. Today was kind of easy, a little slower pace. Again, I'm trying to do something different. Be a little bit nicer and trying to explain some of the things as I go. And I said earlier, people that are new into weightlifting, it's super important to start extremely light. We could spend the first, month, half month, or even a year practicing our form, getting our balance right? Even to do lunges and things. We gotta build our balance. And once we get our balance, we take off from there, yeah? I teach you how to fly, and then you go off and fly into any direction you want, right? You want to go into hockey, football, baseball, weightlifting, weekend warrior. You want to be the best dad at the PTA conference. Bring dad to school day. Dad's gonna go up there and show off his push-up skills. All right, so yeah, we're banging 20s now. This is actually kind of heavy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, my form is starting to break down a little bit. Another pointer on these dumbbell flies, you don't want to have your arm locked out, right? You don't want to be locked out doing it. You want to have a slight bend in the elbow to protect the joint. But as you go heavier, a way to cheat is to bend your arm more. Bring the weight closer in, right? Mechanically speaking, it's a lot easier than here, but we still have our bend. You never want to do it locked out. Keep this slight bend. Use enough weight. I probably went a little too heavy, but live and learn. It's a great example, right, of how form breaks down when you're going too heavy. See you, Legacy Summer. I hope it's a good summer. Yeah, vote for Summer. Yeah, from Napoleon Dynamite. Who you voting for, Napoleon? Yeah, right. I'm voting for Pedro Sanchez. Let's get these shrugs. And I'm gonna go ahead and, oh man, an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, we really stretched out this one. You should be able, to get your workout done. I mean, depending on your level. If you just want to get in there and work out, keep what you got, maybe even make some gains, 30 minutes. If you work effectively in a gym, 30 minutes. If you want to be a pro bodybuilder, you can get it done in an hour, hour and a half. There's no reason to be in the gym and out more than an hour and a half. If you're not getting your workout done in an hour and a half, you really need to take a look at what you're doing. Maybe you're talking too much. Maybe you're in your phone too much. But I am trying to explain things. Hey, Jason RC. And I am trying to interact, but I am busy and I do miss a lot of comments. I'm sorry. It makes me mad when somebody ignores me, especially when they don't have anybody in the chat. Just a few people, and I'm asking legitimate questions, and you ignore me? It's a good thing they got rid of the thumbs down button, bozo. Yeah, take a look. There's no thumbs down. First, they got rid of thumbs down on shorts. You can't tell someone, thumbs down. Now they've spread it to lives. I was looking at someone's live. I wanted to thumb down the guy for not answering my questions. It's like, it's not there anymore, bro. I guess I'll have to settle for, I'm not interested in this content. I'm not interested in some streamer that's so full of himself that he ignores my questions. Thanks, Steven. Great point. That reminds me, hey, let's talk again. I love talking. The other day I went to Starbucks to pick up my Starbucks, And there was a long line of like, it was filled all the way up and it was around the corner. But I pulled up and I saw there was a pickup truck over to the side. He was an intelligent person. He left a gap. He didn't want to block traffic. So I pulled up behind this guy, parked over to the side. We were letting traffic go by because the line was really long. And some friggin' guy who had no clue of situational awareness just comes right up and cuts me and the other dude off. And you know, I'm like, oh, hell no! I instantly got out of my car. And I'm like, you know, I'm steaming, and it's like a flashback. I used to be in Iraq, dude, and I used to go to people's cars and like, hey, huwiya, give me your huwiya. That's ID. That's Arabic for ID. Huwiya, huwiya. Or license or something, whatever. They know what I'm saying. Huwiya. So as I'm walking up to this dude's car, I'm like, oh man, I hope I don't get shot, man. But I couldn't help myself anyways. The dude in the pickup truck rolled down his window, you know? And I was like, were you in line? And he's like, yeah, I was. So then I keep walking up to the car and the dude is like, it's a little fucking pipsqueak, you know? And I'm like, tsh, 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 on his fucking window. I said, hey, that dude was in line and I'm in line. Pull around and get behind me. And then the dude in the pickup truck was funny. He was all, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, don't worry. I fucking handled it while you sat there and did nothing about it. He had a girl in his car, too. I told my wife about it, and my wife is like, oh, shit. You made him look like a puss in front of his girl? Shit. I didn't make him look like a puss. I just stood up and said, this is a real man! Yeah, little personal story. I don't like to go out, man. Because I'm going to tell you, you're fucking stupid! I have a real hard time not telling someone to fuck off! So I like to stay home. I hate to deal with the fucking Gen Pop! Now, believe it or not, I'm all natty. Can you imagine for a second if I was to get myself all fucking juiced up and belligerent on testosterone? Can you imagine how many necks I'll snap? Yeah, my friends at the gym, they're like, Jake, you're a fucking beast, bro. Why don't you take some sauce, get some shit going on, man, get on the program. You'll be fucking bigger than everybody. Listen here, dude. I got enough problems. The last thing I need is more problems. I'm out of here. Right after I say thank you to the top 10. D one time, hit me one time, thank you. Thank you, D one time. Rebellion Ant, thank you. These are all new people, I believe. It takes me a long time to start remembering people. So if you've been here before, I apologize. I'm assuming you're sent from Sono. Thanks again, Sono, for being number 3. Matt's at 4. Lazy Grinch at 5. Michael RC. I like the dirt bike. Marilyn Manson came in and said some nice things and hung out for a little bit and then took off. That earned her a 7th place finish. That's awesome. The editor for life. I saw you somewhere else. And Champ was here. Where the hell was I? Where the hell was I? Everybody was here. The editor for life. Where would I see that person? Maybe that's they're commenting and I'm paying attention to them because I like their comments lately. Champ Patton at number 9. I didn't see you. I'm so sorry. Rigid, I believe I caught you. You're at 11. Pontus again. Who let the Pontus in? Who? Who let Pontus in the top 10? Hey, Monk at 12. Let's see who's pulling up the rear. Coming in. Tied. Look at all these people that do the same thing I do. They don't want to comment. They don't do anything. They just hit the 10 point. I was here. I got credit. Look at that. I always wondered if people looked at that. Who dat? 88 for hitting the experience and getting 10. Thanks. You're not last. You're almost last. Meow meow kitty bish. Wow, at 43. Another person who just likes to get the experience points. I wonder, because I do that too. I lurk and I hit the 10, you know. Do they look at it? This is my first time looking at those people. Meow, meow, kitty, bish. Thanks for stopping in. But you know who's the last one bringing up the rear? But there's still a member of the team, and I thank you so much for being number 44. Is Rob Rio. 35-41. Thank you. I'm out of here. This is like day 1 of my workout schedule. I just keep repeating it. This was shoulders and traps. Maybe not my best, but you get a taste of what I do. Tomorrow is probably going to be back and biceps. We'll see. Thanks for stopping in and having a great day. Thanks for the moderators for being here and assisting with chat and welcoming people while I'm busy. Thank you so much. That's something I didn't really anticipate in the beginning, right? I don't need moderators. I can do it all myself. And then you start to see how valuable they are. Carry the chat, carry the channel. Thank you so much.